Sometimes we see you wanting something and not figuring out how to get there, and feeling the discord. And this is the thing that we want to say to you about so many things. When you have this mindset that says, when I get this thing I want done, then I'll be happy, you've got it all screwy in your mind, because it was never the getting of anything done that made you sign on for this leading edge time-space reality co-creative experience. You don't go on vacation. You don't plan your itinerary. Let's see. I'm at home and I'm going to go here, 13 cities, and then I'll come back home. You never say, oh, wait, home's my final destination and I am home. Why go? I might as well just check vacation off my list because I seem to have accomplished it already. And we so want you to get the idea of this. There isn't anything that you want to get it done. The whole reason that it exists is because as you wanted, it caused the larger part of you to vibrationally become it. The joy of life for those of us who are non-physical, and the joy of life for those of you who are physical, is the closing of the gap between the inception of the idea and the manifestation of the idea. That's where it all is. So many people think that the whole goal is to die in order to go to heaven. In other words, isn't that my objective? Shouldn't I come forth and do whatever it takes so that when I croak, I get... And we say, you didn't come forth in order to achieve perfection, because none of us will ever do that, because we are eternal. We can't get it done. There's no getting it done. If you are eternal, you are expanding. You just have to accept that concept, yes? We are eternal beings, always in the process of expanding. And when you accept your incompletion and you revel in the fun of asking and becoming and asking and becoming and asking and becoming and asking and becoming and asking and becoming, asking and becoming. And so someone says to you, oh, I know you had a goal set. Did you accomplish it? And you say, no. And they say, so you really want it, but it's not done. Why are you still happy? And you say, because the existence of this idea calls life through me all day, every day. Because this is a vacation that never ends. And I'm enjoying the journey. Now, we know you've heard those words. Enjoy the journey, enjoy the journey, enjoy the journey, enjoy the journey, enjoy the journey. You're so sick of enjoy the journey, enjoy the journey. We want you to know it's a never-ending journey. You might as well start enjoying it. And we think that it would be nice for you to let the poignancy of this life call forth from you your unique idea, and then recognize that it's an idea that you're not a match to, but that you could be. And then as you work to find familiarity within that idea, so that you close the gap on where you chronically vibrate and make yourself vibrate in the relief of coming into alignment with who you really are. Oh, it's so much more easy than you know. If you could see an aerial view of what's going on vibrationally that you have created for yourself, and if you could feel the dynamics of all the source energy attention to that, and if you could understand law of attraction's response to what's going on to your request for desire, you would never again doubt your worthiness, and you would never again deprive yourself of the well-being that is yours by beating the drum of some insignificant thing that is troubling you in your mediocre day-to-day physical life experience. You would not let those bothersome things deprive you of all that you've got set up over here. You'd live it, and you'd live it now. You would let petty differences fall by the wayside. You'd let things that bother you, that people have been saying about you or about anything, fall by the wayside. You would get so focused upon who you really are that you would become the being that you were born to be. You weren't born to be ornery. You were born to be joyful. You weren't born to be poor. You were born to be prosperous. You weren't born to be confused. You were born to have clarity and passion and enthusiasm for life, you see. Don't fritter that away with the petty details that are surrounding you. Let what is serve its purpose of reminding you who you are, and then turn your undivided attention to who you are. And when you do that, you know what will happen? When some ornery person, somebody who betrayed you, somebody who did something wrong, they lied to you, whatever, when somebody like that is in your life, and you launch this rockets of desire, maybe many of them. In fact, the people that bother you the most are the ones that have helped you to contribute most to your vibrational escrow. Do you know that? Those people that have given you the most grief have helped you the most. We're not kidding. When you care about the way you feel so that you turn your attention toward it and you find vibrational alignment with it, you know what happens? Everything that doesn't match who you now have trained yourself to vibrational be has to leave your experience. You don't have to divorce them. You don't have to fire them. You don't have to have them killed. You don't have to run away from them. Because nothing that is a mismatch to who you are can come to you. So if you've got people in your life that are driving you out of your mind, it's because you're not a vibrational match to what you want. You're a vibrational match to what you've got. And here's the part that we so want you to hear. If they hadn't caused you to become more, your focusing upon them would not be tearing you apart. We love that you want to hear this. If they hadn't helped you through the contrast that they are displaying, if they hadn't helped you to become more, you wouldn't be feeling the discord of not now being more. So you could say to the person who's bothering you the most, thank you very much. You caused me to become something so much more. Unfortunately, I don't have the willpower to focus on that. So I'm doing what I always do. I'm focusing on where you are, and now it's tearing me apart, and I am so mad at you about it. Because if you hadn't been that way to begin with, you wouldn't have caused my expansion. And if you weren't over there being the way you're being and making me look at you, then I could go to my expansion. But I haven't gone to my expansion. I'm looking at you, and it's all your fault. How about that? Don't you love knowing that you have the power? And don't you want to appreciate every one of them who in every case are doing the very best they know how to do? Not one of them came forth and said, I was born to screw up your life. Just going to plant myself right here and make sure I do a really good job of that. Not one of them is intentionally doing anything to you. They're just in many cases hanging on for dear life and helping you grow. And if you don't turn in the direction of your growth, but instead you're enticed to keep looking at that which has caused you to grow, then you're the only one that can do anything about that. And doesn't that in some way give you back some of your power knowing that? So get a notebook and write in your notebook something that says, Dear demonic troublemaker in my life, or call them by name. What is it that I am thinking about you that's keeping me from being who I have become? Feel how empowering that is? What am I thinking about you? Feel the power in that as compared to what is it that you are doing that you need to do differently? Because you can't get them to do something differently. A lot of them really want to and can't do it. So instead of saying, what is your problem that's making me feel this way? Instead you say, what is it, friend, that I'm focusing upon you that is the opposite of what our relationship has caused me to become, that is holding me from now being what our relationship has caused me to become? Why am I giving you the credit? Now, if you could step back with us and see your world as we see it, you would understand that everything that you see that is this knock on wood reality that you take so much credence in, you would understand that every part of this reality, before it became the manifested reality upon which you have so much collective agreement, it was an idea, it was energy, it was thought, it was vibration. It was vibration that was perceived or a thought that was offered by someone. And as more thought was given to it, by the powerful law of attraction, it began to take shape and form until it has become the reality that you all know. So this earth that is spinning in its orbit in perfect proximity to other planets, it was at one time an idea that many of you, from your non-physical vantage point, were in on the early ideas about and have added to continuously ever since. So we just want to put that in there so that you will not take lightly the importance of contrast causing you to ask for something. Because when contrast causes you to ask for something, the beginning of something more occurs. It is the conception of improved life experience. Now, even if you did not know that you were non-physical before you were physical, and even if you did not know that you will be this non-physical being eternally, and even if you did not know that when contrast causes you to ask for something, that the source part of you rides that rocket and becomes the vibrational equivalent of it, setting it up for what will be a future manifestation, even if you did not know any of that, even if you did not understand about law of attraction, which we will talk a great deal about here today, even if you did not know any of this, still you would be contributing mightily to the expansion of this universe just by your existence here in this contrasting environment. Because when you ask, it is given every single time. And just because you don't let yourself catch up with what you've asked for while you're still alive in this physical body does not mean that you do not catch up eventually when you croak, and that you do not have the expansion that you asked for when you croak. You don't have to wait till you croak, but many of you will. In other words, there are many humans who are having the contrasting experience just like you knew you would, are giving birth to all kinds of new rockets of desire just like you knew you would, are setting future generations up for a much improved life experience just like you knew you would. But for some crazy reason, you're holding yourself in vibrational discord to the very things that you're asking for because you continue to justify how much you need or want that by pointing out how bad this is. And in the same way that you cannot set your radio dial on 6:30 a.m. and hear what's being broadcast on 98.7 FM, you cannot set your radio dial on, I don't have enough money, 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 and ever lay claim to the money that is stacked up for you. You should see it. In your vibrational escrow. Vibrational escrow. Can you hear? Vibrational escrow. Vibrational meaning it's preceding manifestation, as all things do. Escrow meaning it's yours. It's got your account number on it. It's being held for you. Nobody else is going to swoop in and get it. Nobody else can lay claim to it. It's yours. It's yours. It's yours. It's yours. It's yours. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. As all things are done vibrationally before they manifest. It's done. But you're not letting yourself move to where it is because you're holding yourself in vibrational discord by your awareness of what is. Now, what do we mean by that? Whatever you give your attention to, as you focus upon it, you activate within yourself a vibration. Many people accept the idea of thought. You know that there is much that happens in your mind that you don't necessarily speak out loud. Probably a really good thing. So you can feel the power of thought, and many of you are beginning to understand how much you convey through your thought without ever putting it into words. You must be beginning to understand that you are all telepathic beings that are communicating on an energy level, on a vibrational level, on a thought level, far more than you have ever imagined that you were. So much more of what's happening in your particular individual world is because of the thoughts you think than anything that you're doing or saying. You are creating by virtue of your focused thought, which activates vibration, which law of attraction responds to. But there's a bigger part of this story that we think most of you have forgotten. And if you can hear it and get it and believe it, at least hope it, then believe it, then know it, what's going to happen to you is you're going to begin to have manifestations show up right away of what's in your vibrational escrow. But even more than that, you're going to come into the visceral feeling, personal knowing of who you really are. You're going to get to know who you really are, not just the part of you that you've come to know in the personality that you recognize and that other people look at as you are moving around in your physical body. You are source energy. You are God force. You are creators. You are magnificent genius creators here for the purpose of taking thought beyond that which it has been before. And when thought goes beyond which it has been before, manifestation follows. And the evolution of all species is exactly about